Good morning. My name is Emily Bryant. I'm a third grade teacher here at Montrose Elementary. This morning, my brilliant third graders will be reviewing all of the strategies that they know to solve multiplication and division equations. To my right, this is Miss Elizabeth Lacey. She will be helping out with one of our stations. And to my left, this is Lauren Haverly, who will also be helping out with some stations this morning. Good morning, mathematicians.
Good morning, Miss Bryant.
Thank you for that lovely greeting. This morning, we are going to have the opportunity to review all of the strategies that we know and that we have to solve multiplication and division equations. So we're going to start out by chorally reading this word problem. As we read, I want you to start thinking about all of the strategies that you know that we can use to solve this word problem. All together. This morning, a total of 16 Valentine candy grams sold. Miss Wilson and Miss Mers sold the same amount. How many candy grams did each teacher sell? I want you to think in your brains of all the strategies that you have to solve this word problem. Now I'd like for you to beautifully turn and talk to the person sitting next to you. Think about all the strategies that you have. What equation are we solving? Okay, those are great strategies. What's the equation that we're going to be solving? 16 divided by 8 equals... Okay, if we are solving a total of 16 split equally between 2, then what is that equation? Absolutely, yes. Wonderful. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Raise a quiet hand if you would like to share one of the amazing strategies that you and your partner used to solve this word problem. Make sure that you start by telling me what equation we're going to use. Trinity. You used a number line to solve the equation? Okay, and what was the equation? It was 8 times 2. Okay, and where did that 8 come from?
Because we know 8 times 2 equals 16.
Beautiful. Okay, you know that 8 times 2 equals 16. What related division fact could we use to solve this, Trinity? (16) divided by 8. Okay, and what's another related division fact that we could use? Ashley?
16 divided by 2.
Brilliant. Okay, 16 divided by 2. Now, I heard that we wanted to use a number line. Trinity, could you please tell me what that number line needs to look like? We could do 2 hops of 8. Okay, we'll start our number line at 0. I'm going to draw 2 hops. The value of each hop is 8. Okay, it's going to end at 16. I love it. 16 divided by 2 equals 8. Beautiful. All right. Ashley, you can call in another mathematician in the room. Okay, you used equal groups to solve the equation. And what did that look like?
We also had 4 times 4.
Oh, okay, so you were thinking of another equation whose product is 16? Okay, so tell me what the equal groups looked like.
There was 4 groups of 4.
You could do 4 groups of 4, which would also equal 16. Okay, and if we were looking at 8 times 2 equals 16, or 16 divided by 8, or 16 divided by 2, what would those equal groups look like?
There will have to be 8 groups of 2.
Awesome. Yes, we could have equal groups. We could have 8 groups of 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What number am I putting inside, Mikkel?
2.
2. Awesome. Okay. Excellent. Now, Zanaya, call another mathematician in the room, please, with a different strategy.
Yeah. Me and Oscar did an array.
You did an array. Okay, and what did that array look like? How many rows?
4.
You had 4 rows? Okay, you had 8 rows. Okay, 8 rows of? Here's our 8 rows. How many are going to go in each row? 2. Excellent. So we just need to add 1 more to each row. What number can I put in here to remind me? 16. Awesome job. Okay, we have time for 1 more strategy. So Oscar, please call in another mathematician in the room who'd like to share a strategy.
Me and Casey thought of a fact family.
You thought of a fact family? Okay, and we've actually already gotten our fact family started. So it's up to you, Royal and Casey, to determine the missing fact from this fact family or this set of related facts.
Repeated addition.
Oh, okay. We have another strategy. But real quickly, which fact is missing? Casey?
It is 8. No, it is 2 times 8 equals 16.
And you are brilliant. Yes, I'm going to write that over here. 2 times 8 equals 16. We have finished out that fact family. Now, repeated addition I heard. Royal, what's it going to look like?
It's going to be 8 plus 2.
8 plus 2. Is that repeated? Are those numbers repeating?
8. 8.
8 plus 8. Okay, we could absolutely do 8 plus 8, and that would equal?
16.
Okay, now raise a quiet hand if you're a mathematician in the room and you know what another repeated addition equation might look like to solve this equation. Who have we not heard from yet? Dakota.
I did, 8 plus 8 equals 16, and you know that 2 plus 2 equals the number, 2 times something equals the number.
Okay.
Plus something. So then I did 8 times 2 equals 16.
Okay, awesome. And the other repeated addition equation that we could use would involve 2's, right, Dakota? How many 2's would I have to add?
8.
Brilliant, yes. Count with me. 1,
2,
2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Whew, thank you. Great job. All right, you all did a fantastic job coming up with all of the strategies that we have learned so far this year to solve our multiplication and our division equations. Today, we are going to break into groups based on our table numbers.
Will you take
and we're
a
going to be
minute to
all
talk to
around
your
the
partner
room
about where you're
using our different strategies. Some of us will be on our Chromebooks, some of us will be on the floor making number lines, some of us will be at the teacher table making equal groups, and some of us will be on the carpet making related facts and arrays. I'm going to project for you exactly where you need to go, and then we will start transitioning based on our table group. Shift your bodies beautifully, please, to face our Promethean so that you know exactly where you need to go for your first math workshop. Raise your hand if you have any questions about where you need to go for our first math workshop. Fantastic. Don't grab it in your hand.
An array. Little twist, but we have to make an array to show this fact family. Blank equals 36 divided by 9. So what are we going to make an array of?
Array of 36 divided by 9.
So how are we going to do that?
We're gonna put 9 times something that equals 36.
Okay, let's work together.
Wait,
to
hold
do
up.
it.
We could use our fingers. So, in 36, we need 3. 9 times.
Okay, so 9, if we are solving a division,
It's 9 times 4.
we need to start with a pot of 18, right? So we can start with a pot of 18 and we need to break it into how many equal groups?
Okay, so I think I know what she's thinking.
Pot,
And I know
and then I
what you're
slowly
thinking.
pull to 3
You're
groups
thinking
until I run out.
the box is
Okay?
going.
All right, I'm going to give each person
She's thinking
18.
making a
Yeah,
ring
yes.
with the sticks. So they're both the right ways to do it, just different thinking.
Get off, come on, get off right now. Oh, yeah.
Now that you know for sure that you have 18, let's put them in a pot. Bring them all together in a pot. You had 19? Okay, did you take one away?
No.
Okay, take one away so you have 18. Alrighty. Alrighty. Thank you. Now, Jemiah said that we had to break them into how many equal groups?
3.
3. All right. I want you to please use an expo marker to draw 3 groups because that's how we're going to divide them. Go ahead and draw your 3 groups.
So can I do 18?
You can write 18, sure. And then make sure you draw your 3 groups because that's how you're going to divide them. Oh, Elijah, I love your strategy that you're using. Oh, I love that strategy. And that works too, okay? All right. So, okay, so you wanted to use your marker first? Okay, now can we make sure that we're actually moving these over and breaking them into 3 equal groups? We're dividing them into 3 equal groups. You can put your cap back on your marker.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
4, 5.
I love how Elijah's guessed.
7.
Very good.
9.
Okay.
11.
So what we're doing here, honey, is we're going to divide these into 3 equal groups. Okay? So
15. 16.
we don't need any of this.
18. So this is an extra.
We're going to take 1 to each group, okay? That's 1.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Here's 2. Here's 3. And you're going to keep going down until you run out. Okay, Maya? All right, keep going.
Mine had 6 and 7.
Okay, so did we use our counters?
3, 4, 5, 6.
8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 18. So watch, Dakota, this is what we need to do. You're going to take your pot of 18 and we're dividing it equally into 3 groups. We're going to take 1, 2, 3, and keep putting 1 in each group until you run out. Okay?
I found the answer.
Okay, so how many counters do we have here?
5.
Okay, 6. Okay, but for some reason we don't have equal groups. So when that happens, we're going to bring them all back to the pot
It's 6.
and we're going to try again. We're going to bring 1 to each group until we run out. Okay? 3 equal groups.
You guys have to do it again.
All right, so you guys come on over to here to do 6 times 8.
But it's not going to erase. Oh, we can erase it. Try to. But you can divide by 7.
All right, so let's look at what we have here. You have your 6 times 8 equation. And what did you make?
Okay, very good.
What would you make for that?
Number 9.
A number line. And how did you represent 6 times 8? 6 halves of 8. Okay, awesome. Let's see that.
Just like that? Yes, we can draw exactly what you did.
6. Here's 8 in each one. Good. All right, So we are doing 42 divided by 7 over here. Tell me what we're doing for this one.
Mrs. Bryant, do you think
Let's look at your paper.
Go ahead and draw your own groups, please.
the video hurt you sometimes? So we're dividing.
Dividing by groups of
7.
7. So you made hops of 7 back on your number line here until you got. And how many groups did you wind up with?
42.
How many groups? So you started with 42.
7.
You made hops of 7 back, and how many groups did you wind up with? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So
So you
7 times 6 equals 42.
So that's the related fact that we go with 42 divided by 7. 7 times 6 equals 42, but you know that your answer to 42 divided by 7 is 6, because you made 6 equal groups there.
Thank you so much for watching, and we hope that you enjoyed our lesson.
Go